First and foremost, Gaffer, you've got the FA Cup next year. What does the FA Cup mean to you?
Fun, excitement, thrilling games, play to win, play with adventure, create a legacy. All those things. I love the competition. I think it's brilliant for football in this country. As good a competition as you get in the world. They talk about the World Cup, and it might seem daft to talk about the FA Cup in a stronger vein, but it happens every year, this Cup. The World Cup comes around once every 4. I think it's the most fabulous competition there is.
And you've got a pretty good pedigree in the competition yourself.
Done all right over the years as a manager. Had some good experiences as a player and good experiences as a manager. Won some big games, knocked some big clubs out. It gives you a chance to pit your wits against those that are allegedly better than you, and there's no greater challenge or bigger opportunity.
And as a manager, that's what you relish, isn't it? To test yourselves against the best managers in the country.
Of course, you're never going to look at others and put them up in that category, if you understand what I mean. You've always got to back yourself to be the best on the day, because in the end that's what matters. If you can be whoever you want to be. You can be Arsene Wenger, but you could lose to Chris Wilder. With respect to them both. It's all about what you do on the day, and whether you're ranked 1 or whether you're ranked 73, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you do on the day, and the lads, the players that play the game have got to play the game in the same vein. They've got to make sure that they don't underestimate what they're capable of. They don't underestimate what they're playing against. They realise just how well they've got to play to be better than the bloke they're up against. But they've got to have that sense of confidence and belief that they can go and do the job in front of them.
You watched the West Brom tie against Bristol City. What did you make of that game and West Brom in particular?
They were good, very good. Professional, disciplined, organised, structured, put a lot of pressure on, got their goal, sat back off the game, defended their goal with ease. They were very professional and very good.
And obviously the Premier League side, they would expect them to play a full team given the nature of the competition.
Well, I went and watched their frontline 11 play at Bristol City. Of course, they've got a massive Premier League game Tuesday. They could get involved in a relegation scrap, and they're bound to be thinking about the implications of that. So, are they likely to put as much emphasis on the cup as they were at that stage? I don't know. It's not my job to pick their team. It's not my job to manage their club. What I do know is that we'll take our frontline 11 there. We'll pick a team that we think can give them a good game. We'll pick a team that we think is up to the challenge, a group of boys who believe in the game plan that we construct and who are prepared to go and execute it. And we're going to have to get a lot right to win the game at the weekend. A lot right. Don't underestimate just how good they'll be. We're going to have to get a lot right. But it's up to us to get that lot right, because losing, whether you lose to Burton Albion or whether you lose to West Bromwich Albion, ain't a good feeling. And you don't want to be suffering that feeling after you play a game. So don't get ready to go there and hand them a place in round 5. We've got to go there to win a place in round 5. That's not going to be easy, but if you want success, then there ain't no easy route to it.
As we sit here, there's over 3,600 tickets sold for the game on Saturday. It should be a carnival atmosphere.
I'm sure our fans will be spectacular. They have been since I've been here. I can't remember going to a game and being disappointed in the support we've been given. I think at home we need to make sure that we start dominating our ground. It's up to the lads to entertain the fans, but I think the fans sometimes can underestimate just how important they can be in lifting the level that the lads produce. We got turned round at home the other night, and in that first half, did we produce the pressure on the opposition that we would have produced in the second half? And if we didn't, why not? Yes, it's about the lads, and it's also about getting the fans with the lads, demanding from the lads, encouraging the lads, inspiring the lads. The more that we can produce that togetherness in our home ground, first and second half, the more we'll lift our level. 63% possession we had the other night, and we didn't do enough with it. We weren't dynamic enough with it. That's about all of us getting together and making sure we're difficult. In their ground on Saturday, is it going to help us having nearly 4,000 people there? I'm sure it will inspire the lads. I'm sure the cup will inspire the lads. I'm sure the occasion will, and I'm sure they'll rise to it.
Harry Toffolo was taken to hospital as a precaution following that game. Is there any update on him at this stage?
Yeah, he's walking around the training ground this morning. I'm not sure he'll make the weekend, but he's back on his feet, and that's good news. I'm sure he'll be ready for next weekend. And at one stage when he was laying there concussed, perhaps knocked out the other night, things weren't good. So you're just delighted to see him on his feet and walking around.
And Michael Boswick featured in a reserve game yesterday?
Yeah, he's a man mountain, Boswick. I love him to death, you know that. I walk in the door and I'm just delighted to have Bozzy in town. It's horrible seeing him on the sideline. It's great when you're picking him in your side. He's played 45 yesterday, he's training today, he's ready to go.